So we're in Torrevieja Promenade, and yeah, 1st of July, summer season's happened. But yeah, we've got this big news everyone probably knows about, and if you don't, you need to sort it out ASAP. If you want to come to Spain next year, you've got to get this new permit, the ETIAS. This new ETIAS permit, which actually stands for European Travel Information and Authorization System, this has got to be done online, and you've got to apply for it. It's coming into effect next year, middle of next year. So yeah, it was supposed to be in this year, but they're a bit delayed with the old system. And if you're not in Europe, you've got to get this done, because this allows you a permit in all the European countries, and of course Spain, where we are now on the Costa Blanca. So you need to get online and fill this in. And if you've got a criminal record, it might not be too good for you either. You might have a few problems. If it's minor, you might get past the system, but yet they're making sure that you fill in every detail on the form, and they will do criminal checks as well. This permit was supposed to come in October, but now they're talking about next year, of course, mid-25s, and now they're talking about the middle of next year. And it was all approved in Europe, apparently, all by the ministers. And yeah, it don't matter whether you're just coming out for a business trip, holiday, no matter what it is. If you're not in Europe, you will definitely need to get this permit done. Otherwise, you won't be out of holiday anywhere in Europe, not just Spain. And I reckon it's just to make things a bit speedy through the old airports and that, make it all nice and smooth. That's why they come up with this system. And yeah, they're saying it's pretty easy to do as well. I mean, the application is supposed to take about 10-15 minutes to fill online. And it's covered for all the short stays, the 90 days, the 180 days. So basically, any time period you come into Europe and you're not an EU citizen, you're going to need this. So if you're thinking of coming to Spain, you've got to get this done. Whether you got it on an online app or whatever, you're going to decide to do it. But it has to be done before you come. So yeah, it all just starts off with the basic information, really. You know, questionnaire about yourself, your name, address, your age, your gender. And of course they want to know about your health. So you have to put down what your state of health is at the moment. And also you have to detail your criminal history, if you've got one, of course. If you ain't got a criminal history, you're okay. But if you have to detail all what you've been charged for in a previous to applying for this form. So all your convictions go down, and yeah, it's all designed to make everything so easy and smooth, so they know who's coming in and out of the country. So depending on the seriousness of the crime and the conviction or whatever, if it's very minor and a time served, you'll probably be okay. But they're really after the big time criminals, obviously done long stretches and serious crimes. They're the ones that will get refused this visa permit. Also, when you get this ETIAS permit, it's got to be valid for the time you get back to your own country. So yeah, it's got to be full length of time, so when you do get back to England or wherever you come from, that is valid to return. Otherwise you could end up stuck in Spain in this beautiful weather. And it's also saying that you've got to have your passport with a chip and pin as well. And of course, if you're under the age of 18 and over the age of 70, you won't have to pay for a fee for this permit, the ETIAS, so you'll get that free. Don't get me wrong, if you've got a criminal record, don't let it stop you applying, because they're only after the serious ones. They just want to know who's coming in and out that have got this big criminal records. So yeah, if it's only minor, you'll fly through. So don't let that worry you at all. Saying that, it doesn't matter who you are, not everyone's guaranteed this permit, so don't just think you're going to fill it in and get the permit. No, they're going to check everyone out, and they will still decide whether you'll be allowed this permit. So not everyone's 100% guaranteed. And what they're saying is different countries, European countries, obviously have different rules about this permit, and who they let in and who they let out. Well, busy here, isn't it, eh? 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Playa de Cura Beach, and holiday time, so we got loads of kiddies. So some countries will have their own individual checks, or their own system assessment. For instance, you go to Germany, for example, they might refuse entry or anything other than that served a sentence for 3 years or more for public order offences, or a conviction for drug related offences. So yeah, they've got all these other like criteria really. So he was in a bit of a naughty business with the old drugs, a bit of trafficking now. Other countries might take a different view to this. But overall they're saying, like in these European countries, minor offences, they're not really going to be questioned about. I mean, online they do a search, it will come up it or know it for your security criminal record check, and then it will detail the applicant's criminal history. So yeah, there's ways of finding out these things. And this security company, ECRIS, which is ECRIS, which is the online check for security, they're the ones it will show up on their database, whether it comes a hit or a no hit for your history or not. And if you get past all that and it comes to the pay section, it's going to cost you €7. Cheap as chips, isn't it? €7. Come to this sunny part of Spain. And that's €7 gives you 3 years. So yeah, about it a whole 3 years. And normally when you do it online, it takes a few minutes and it'll tell you where it's all been successful, and you get your receipt, and happy days. You can come to sunny Spain or every part of Europe you want to go to. But if it doesn't take a few minutes, they're obviously going to be doing more checks, and they're talking about then processing could take up to 30 days before you hear back. So yeah, it's all exciting news, isn't it, in Spain? All these tightening ups. But then it's not just Spain, it's all over Europe, and the fee £7 was agreed by all the European countries. Of course, down in Brussels, I suppose. So let us know what you think in the comments. Is it a good idea to get this ETIAS visa? And don't forget, check my other video out just up there, and you'll find out more about Spain. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let us know what you think about today's video.